Hi guys, we are going to do some fraction review with these test cards here. So I'm going to go over each one and you can go over it and pause the video and then listen to my explanation and see if you're correct. So if you want to answer number one, go ahead, pause the video. And so it says, what fraction of the shape is yellow? So I'm going to just count the parts that are yellow. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 6 total. So 5 out of the 6 are shaded yellow. So 5, 6. Number 2, what's another way to write this fraction? Again, if you'd like to try by yourself, I'm not going to say this each time, so just go ahead and pause after I say the number. So this one, I see that half of the shape is shaded. So that's 1/2, 1 over 2. Number 3, the top number in a fraction is called the numerator. So that would be B, numerator. Number 4, what is another way to write this fraction? I see that everything is shaded in, so that would be 1 whole. 1 whole is also the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 5. So even though these are 1 whole also, um, there's not 4 pieces and there's not 6 pieces. So since this has 5, the only answer would be A. What fraction of the shapes, number 5, what fraction of the shapes are hearts? So here I see that there are 2 hearts and there's 6 shapes total. So 2 out of the 6 shapes are hearts. Number 6, which symbol belongs in the box? So here I have half of this shape is shaded and only 2/8 of this one is shaded. So I can see that there's more over here. So then I would put A. This shape is greater than this shape. So the amount shaded in is greater on the left there. Number 7, what is the bottom number called? That would be the denominator. D, I always think down. And so the number that's down. And then numerator starts with an N. You could think north. So that would be your number on the top. So this one would be denominator for number 7. Number 8, what's another way to write this fraction? Again, half of it shaded. So that would be half. What fraction of the shapes are stars? So here I see that these are the stars. I can break this into I can't break it into 4 equal parts. I can't break it into 2 equal parts, but I can break it into 3 equal parts. So I could circle my stars, circle my shapes, and circle my clouds. And then I could see that 1/3 are stars. Number 10, which symbol belongs in the box? Here I have 1/8 and 1/4. Now these have the same numerator, but they have different denominators. So when that happens, I'm going to think about, I always think of a cake. And if I have a cake that has 8 slices, like they're both the same size cake, and one of them is cut into 8 slices, and one of them is cut into 4 slices, the one that has 4 slices, the pieces are going to be much bigger and so this 1/8 is less than 1/4. So even though 8 is bigger, in fraction world, you have to think about that's how many parts the whole has been broken into. So the more parts you break something into, the smaller those pieces are going to be. Number 11, what fraction is represented on the number line? Well, first I have to know how many parts the whole has been broken into. So I'm going to start on my 0 and I'm going to count the jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this is going 1 part out of the 5, so 1/5. Here again, half is shaded, so that'd be half. What does each part represent? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, and each one would be 1/6. Here you have 2/5 and 4/5. Now we've got the denominators the same, but the numerators are different. So the bigger denominator is going to be your larger, and you can see it. This one is less, so I would go with B. 2/5 is less than 4/5. 2 parts is going to be less than 4 parts. Which fraction is represented on the number line? Again, I need to count my parts first. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm working with thirds, and this is 1, 2 parts out of the 3. What part, number 16, what part of the fraction is not shaded? So that would be the 2 out of 5. So there's 2 parts not shaded. So 2 is our numerator, and the denominator tells me how many parts the whole has been broken into, so that would be the 5, so 2/5. What does each part represent? You have 4 boxes, so each part is 1/4, 1 part out of 4. Here, compare. I can see that even though the denominators are different, they're equivalent because the values are the same. This whole top piece is shaded. This whole top piece is shaded. The holes are the same there, so these are equal. What fraction is represented? This has been broken into 1, 2 parts, and it's right down the middle, so this is 1 part out of 2, or half. What part of the fraction is shaded? So I need to count my parts. There's 5 of them, and only 1 is shaded, so that's 1/5. Number 21, which fraction is greater? The one that is greater is going to have the most value. So this one, 4/5, is the one that has the most shaded in out of the fractions. And if you look at it, the closer your numerator is to your denominator, the closer you are to 1 whole. So here, 4/8 is half, 1/6 is really far away, so that's closer to 0, and this is closest to 1 whole. So 1 whole, 4/5 would definitely be the greater value. Compare the fractions. Again, I see that the whole part on the top is shaded and the whole part on the top is shaded, so these are equal, even though the fractions are different. They're still equivalent. Those values are the same. Here, what fraction is represented? Number 23 on the number line. So again, we're going to count the jumps to see how many parts we have. So I'm going to go from 0 to 1. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 parts. So I need my denominator to be 6. And then this is 1, 2 jumps. So I've got 2 out of the 6 parts. So 2, 6. What fraction is equivalent to half? I see that this one right here, the 4/8, is it has half of the value shaded in. This one has more than half, and this one has less than half. And so another way you can check is if the numerator is half of the denominator, that means it's equivalent to 1/2. And there you go. So go back over these again. If there were any that you missed, make sure you listen to my explanation. And this is just a review of some things that you covered in 3rd and 4th grade. So thank you for watching.